Hello. I think I think we're live. Hopefully the sound is
Hello, everybody.
coming through. Okay.
How
Um,
are you out there?
I don't know if we can tell if anybody's
We have four people watching, it looks like. Need my
lovely.
glasses. Welcome to the studio. This is our studio in our house. For anyone that's new to our music, we're Fresh Breath. My name is Katie.
I'm Josh.
This is Josh. We are a husband and wife duo from Kingsville, Ontario, which is in between Chatham and Windsor near Leamington,
In the middle of nowhere. We
in the
live
middle
on
of
a farm,
nowhere.
and so this whole online frontier, if you will, is exceptionally difficult for us because I don't know anybody if you guys are out in the sticks, but the internet connections are they're dicey at best sometimes. So if you would like to let us know in the comments uh, if like you can hear us okay, if there's anything, we'll try and mess with the sound the best we can, but sometimes it just is what it is. So we're going to be here for about an hour. We're going to be chatting back and forth. Katie's doing some color correspondence. Yeah, we're just going to let you know what we're up to, how we're trying to stay positive, and how it's not all sunshine and rainbows during this time. But we're going to be real about it and, yeah, play you some songs. We've been working on a bunch of new stuff because obviously we've had a lot of downtime because we were supposed to be touring a lot this summer, and all of that kind of fell through. And even as things start to open up, some venues are just not able to bring people in, or a lot of small clubs are just like they just don't have the space. So yeah, so we've been in the studio the last week working on a Christmas song. Actually, it's our first dive into the Christmas range. But if you know us even a little bit or follow us online, you know that we're kind of silly at best. So the Christmas song kind of reflects that. It's a happy party, beer drinking Christmas song. It kind of mixes country with the traditional Christmas. It's like a sandwich of traditional Christmas, fresh breath, traditional Christmas. And yeah, so we're excited. It's going to be fun. We can't wait to share that with everybody. But
Yeah. I think we'll just kind of see if we can get someone to say that they can. I asked Alex if he could hear us, but before we start to play a song for you guys, we'll just kind of hang out and stall for a little bit as the session gets going, just to make sure that you can hear us okay.
yeah, we would. Yeah, anybody sound off in the comments there if we can. Yeah, if you can hear us, and we're gonna grab some guitars and
Yeah.
have at it. I
I don't hear
probably should
any,
have
I don't
brushed my
see any
hair,
comments yet
saying
about
that
it.
they can't. So,
Yeah. So
all right,
I think we're good.
yeah,
So we thought we would start by playing a song off of our last album, and it's called Pull. And it's a nice, pretty song about reaching out to a loved one, um, whether it's reaching out for help or reaching out for comfort or looking for connection. And I think it's relatable in a lot of ways to any kind of situation. I wrote it about my dad, who has passed away quite a while ago, over 15 years ago. And so, yeah, I hope this one resonates with you. It's called Pull, and it's off of our last album, The Big Picture. Here I go, but I don't know where I'm heading. Been walking circles to find you. I'm wondering which way the wind blows. If I can breathe it without you. If you ever stray too far, Just reach out and grab my arm, and I will pull inside me. Say, oh, you're so close to what you're looking for. And I remember you and you were always there. Now I am you in a new kind of fair. Please know that I love you, yeah. 'Cause I can feel you everywhere. And if you ever fall too far, just reach out and grab my arm, and I will pull it tightly. Say, oh, you're so close to what you're looking for. Yeah, yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dreamer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dreamer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dreamer. If I ever stray too far, just reach out and grab my arms, and I will pull inside me. Say, oh, you're so close to what you're looking for. Looking for, looking for, looking for. And yeah, yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dreamer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dreamer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, I'm a dreamer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dreamer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a believer. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dreamer. All right. All right, I see a message there from Richard saying, sounds great. Thank you so much for listening and letting us know. Really appreciate that feedback. It's always funky, going live through any platform. So, hope we can hear us okay. Hope you guys are doing great, having a good Saturday so far. For those of you that are just joining us, welcome to the studio. This is our home studio, and basically, what that means is this is where we kind of set up to jam. This is where we rehearse. We also have a recording space and some equipment to do that. So, for example, we've been doing some bed tracks lately.
Yeah, well, I was mentioning earlier, I'll probably talk about this Christmas song that's coming out a lot throughout this hour, just to like jam it in your face that we're doing a Christmas song. But yeah, like our process, uh, it's always changing on the best way to come up with good content and to do it in an affordable manner. And right now, especially because as many artists know, there's not a lot of touring going on, which is where almost all the revenue comes from. We've been working with our producer Brett Humber at Sound Foundry Studios in Kingsville for years, but now we've kind of changed the way that we're doing things. Where instead of we used to just do all our recordings there. We would do some dummy recordings at home just to see how the songs work. We'd flush them out, make sure the progressions were right, and then we'd go there. We'd lay bed tracks and bed tracks and like just everything, all the like we do every step there. So now at home we're doing our bed tracks, our dummy tracks are done at home, and we're making sure they're to a metronome so that when we go to the studio we can just like get right into tracking drums or right into tracking uh guitars or whatever we go into first, and it just saves that extra couple of hours in studio of doing your bed tracks or dummy tracks in there. um yeah, so again, we've and also we like when we come home after that day, the studio will bring the recording home with us, put it into our own software, and you can work out parts and then go back to the studio and properly record them. Yeah, so it's been nice. It's been fun.
Yeah. So we this used to actually be our bedroom. We kind of used our jam space before in our living room or downstairs in our main living area, and that was fine. But I feel like having the dedicated space, studio space, one room where we can make that all happen and leave everything set up has been very helpful, especially during the pandemic because we've been home a lot. Usually it's like gear in, gear out, and there's not enough time to set it up at home. So this has been nice to have a space, a studio space to do these Facebook lives or these virtuals with you guys, and to have a dedicated space for all of our gear and for that kind of thing. So yeah, if you're wondering why we keep doing these lives in the studio, that's why we have all of our gear set up. It's just a lot more simple for us to have everything in one space, and
And the backdrop looks cool too.
everybody likes to say from the studio, right? So yeah, it's been nice. That's one of the nice things that we've kind of created while we've been in lockdown or during this pandemic. And I don't miss having the big bedroom. We have our little bedroom, and that's okay.
It's cozy. It's cozy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that worked out well.
Mm.
I'm just noticing that I have like this front bump in my hair that looks like that the dude from Hunger Games. You know that like announcer guy.
Yeah, we just watched that last night.
So yeah. Anyways, we're just gonna dismiss that. What do you want to play next,
Look
Ruben?
great. I had a couple. We were going to do our new singles. So the next one we were going to do is "Make It Together," and this is a song that we released in May. And I guess we can talk about our new singles. We had all of these, not all of them. The last three that we released, we had them ready to go back in 2019. So we released all these songs in 2020, but we really actually did all of the recordings and wrote the songs in 2019.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of nice in a way to have that all lined up and ready to go, and something to release without having to worry about collaborating with people during the pandemic
Social
or
distance
getting
measures.
those extra things done in order to get the releases out. So this next song that we're going to do is the one of the earlier singles that we released. It was released on May 15th, and Josh made a lovely lyric video that goes with it on YouTube. And so if you want to check out our YouTube channel, you can find that video there. And it's a time elapse video of our backyard and a tree with a bird feeder, and it turned out really neat.
Yeah, that's like the whole sun progression of like the first 12 hours of the day or whatever. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a nice relaxing video to this song, which is we've been trying to decide the genre. I think a lot of these songs would be singer songwriter
Country,
genre, country.
country singer songwriter.
Yeah. What if one day everything you knew just changed? family and your home. Suddenly you're erased. What if all the things you dreamed of jumped right out of you? Not lost forever, but just this time. Life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. Life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. What if one day everything that remains were just the little things in life, oh, to necessitate? Would it make you happy? Ooh, and I wanna treat you right. Or would you be wishing for another life? If life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. If life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. You bend and squeeze to tweak your mind, sense to be compared to anyway. What if nothing was real at all? Just a dream it oh, a dream it oh. If life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. If life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. And what if one day nice.
Make it together.
All right. So yeah, we just kind of thought we would talk about our new singles and about what we've been up to. Um we were supposed to be on a summer tour going all the way out to British Columbia and back in July and August, and we would have been just coming home this weekend for like our first return home since the end of June. Um, so instead of touring, we were home, and I think a lot of musicians found themselves in the same boat as us. But we tried to keep ourselves busy, and we tried to, adjust and adapt to our new reality. Like we had said, we put out those singles, and we're working on a new Christmas song, and we're trying to find ways to fill our time. And um, we've been spending a lot of time in the studio. So this feels pretty natural. I
Feels
mean,
pretty normal. We're up here quite a bit.
we've been up here a lot together
Yeah.
trying to create.
Working out a lot of new stuff. So like
Yeah.
it's weird when you gear up and you have these new singles that are ready to go and you've worked hard and had all the music videos ready and you're ready to just go crazy and tour in support of all that, and then you get like drawn in, like reins get drawn in. So and then it's like any musician or songwriter knows, it's like once you've played that song a bunch of times and then you move on from it, and it's weird to have not been able to play these new songs live that much and to be moving on and writing new stuff without being able to like at least get sick of them yet, like
Or to test them out on
yeah,
an
test them
audience,
out.
or yeah.
But yeah, so it's been weird. So because we haven't got a chance to play them a lot, so it's nice, and we're kind of doing them stripped back acoustic today. But yeah, like we're moving on and writing more. We've got this, like we said, this Christmas song coming up, and then we've got two more singles that we're going into the studio over the fall to to release this next year coming to try and hopefully repeat what we had in mind this year of taking off and hitting the road. And we'll be playing all of these singles from this year, but hopefully we'll have brand new stuff for next year.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting stuck in writing about this situation, and I don't feel like we have. We wrote a couple songs about it, and then we've moved on because I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews, but most people don't want to, especially when you're doing your lives nowadays. There's a lot of people that don't. They don't. They know why they're at home watching concerts at home. They don't need to be constantly reminded throughout your set of why we're doing these things online and why like everybody knows. So like I feel like some audience members are getting sick of hearing the COVID stories or the COVID inspired songs, and not that it's over or that it shouldn't be expressed. It's just I feel like some audience members are already knowing that why we're here
Yeah.
and why we're doing this. So like let's move forward positively,
Yeah.
and we'll all get out of this.
It's something that, you know, you realize after, maybe, and it's hard not to mention it because it's kind of like that elephant in the room,
Yeah,
right?
it's a reality.
Right. So we try not to talk about it too much, but also it is our reality, and it's something we're all going through. But I get that a lot of people are like, I'd rather just skip to the music, or
Skip to the
get
music, or
get
yeah,
through the whole chat about it, and
yeah.
that's fine. um but I'm sure there's other people that want to talk about it, or
Yeah, or that
yeah.
haven't gotten out that much. So I guess it's just read
We're
the
trying to
room.
find
But
a balance. We did take a little bit of a break from our Facebook lives. We were doing them every other week, um, like starting in March, I think, and it was good. It's a great way to connect this during this time, but also it can be stressful.
the
We
tech issues is really what
Yeah,
it comes down to. It's like
we
it's hard to make
always
it sound good. It's hard to make sure your connectivity is good enough that it doesn't cut in and out. And I sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but even as a songwriters and artists that aren't just jukeboxes and just play cover songs and every week can just go on and be like, oh, what do you want to hear this week? Like if you have your set or you have your original songs and a few covers you like to throw in, once you've done 4 or 5 Facebook lives, I feel like you don't want to just keep
keep
putting your
doing the same
songs out,
thing. Yeah,
like in different arrangements. So I don't know. It's weird to navigate, especially as singer songwriters, and if your catalog isn't as deep as some. Like there's some people that have 10 albums. I'd be like, well, I'll play this album this
yeah,
time or
that's true.
songs off of this. But like if you got 2 albums out and you're playing those same songs every Thursday for everybody. Like it's not like you're playing 4 days a week, but it's in 4 different cities to completely different crowds every night. You know what I mean? I feel like you just don't want to saturate
Your
your
market or your fan, your yeah.
yeah, your fans with this like that set. I don't know. It's just so hard to navigate right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've been playing these new singles a lot for you guys because we feel like we would have been doing that out on our shows and everything, and I also feel like it's different when we're performing them because it's always a little bit different. There's an element of, that humanness, or like
The human
the
condition, if
human
you will.
condition, little changes, subtleties in the way we sing it or whatever. So it's always a little bit different, always a little bit unique than the recording. But as musicians, it kind of gets to be, um, what's the word I'm trying to say, like repetitive, or
Repetitive.
just kind of, you start to get a little bit bored of it. So we've been trying not to um, do that to ourselves and do that to
Become
you
become
guys.
become jaded
And
about the whole
so
thing.
we took a little bit of a break from our Facebook lives, and I think during the summer, really, we were thinking, now that things are starting to loosen off, people are starting to go out, or they're outside and barbecuing outside or enjoying the weather. So
Gigs are starting to book again.
gigs are starting to book around
Woohoo!
here, and so we thought we would just take a break. And I think when we go back, moving forward, we will continue to do them. We would probably pick a weekday, instead of a Friday
Yeah,
night or
like
a Saturday night.
A Wednesday
And
or something.
because hopefully we'll be gigging.
Precisely.
Actually, we did just get some good news. We have a gig in our local area next Sunday at Viewpoint Winery. It's a beautiful winery. It's huge. It
Right
has
on Lake Erie.
lots of space for everyone to be separated and distanced. And we had them on the calendar as it was, and they've honored our date and would love to have us back. So we're excited to have that coming up. So that'll be next Sunday, August 24th, I believe, at 1 o'clock. And if you're watching and you don't know where Viewpoint Winery is, it's in Essex County, Ontario,
Like Harrow.
near Harrow.
Yeah.
And if you look up Viewpoint Winery Estates online, you can find the address. It's on County Road 50. But yeah, we'll be there next Sunday from 1 till 4. So that'll be fun. And then hopefully, as you know, things start to open back up, some of our fall dates will come back into place as well.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we'll move on and do another song.
Sure. Sure. The acoustic versions of these are fun because we never really know how they're going to turn out. But yeah, let's see.
This song is our country single that we put out.
Sitting here on a Tuesday, sipping whiskey. I'm thinking about leaving, but I'm taking you with me. Gonna leave all these small town problems behind, 'cause I know they're not your fault, and you know they're not mine. Gonna pack up the Chevy and leave it all behind. Take on to the mountains of Caribbean Sea. The only thing that matters is you're there with me. And we've been singing Runaway for days and days. Let's make it happen, baby. Time for a change. Yeah. Sitting in the kitchen, thinking about cracking a beer. And I'm getting kind of fed up from all the mindless drama that's here. Gonna leave all these small town problems behind, 'cause I know they're not your fault, and you know they're not mine. And get the Chevy ready, baby, let's leave it all behind. Take out to the mountains of Caribbean Sea. The only thing that matters is you're there with me. And we've been singing Runaway for days and days. Let's make it happen, baby. Time for a change. Yeah.
Take out to the mountains or Caribbean Sea. The only thing that matters is you're there with me. And we've been singing Runaway for days and days. Let's make it happen, baby. Time for a change. Time for a change. Let's make it happen, baby. Time for a change. Time for a change. Make it happen, baby. Time for a change.
Ooh, morning time high pitched vocals. It's not the easiest thing to do.
It's actually the afternoon, babe.
I suppose it is, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. So it's just after 12:30, and we have another. We're gonna do likes and shares. We can talk about likes and shares, and then
Sure, I'll tell the story.
yeah, sure.
Um, Legs and Chairs is the latest single that we put out. I had written it last year. Um, it evolved quite a bit, just progression wise, and with we changed the key of the song, and we cut out a section of it to make it more radio friendly. But that being said, the lyrics themselves aren't very radio friendly. So, what are you talking about? For the guitar or your mic? Yeah, third channel. Okay. Yeah, sorry, we have to switch guitars for that, for this song. But anyways, where was I? Yeah. Now I lost my train of thought. What was I just talking about? Yeah, likes and cheers. Oh, yeah, I was just talking about all the key changes and stuff, and how we cut out a section of it, and how we wanted to make it radio friendly, but the lyrics themselves isn't they're not very radio friendly because it's more of a protest song than anything. I wrote it one night after a gig. We were playing just, it was like a dinner music kind of gig. It wasn't a big rock and roll gig. It was just, we were playing acoustic guitars and we are just going through some of our own stuff and some of our favorite, like, nice covers. And I forget what song we were playing. I think it was a cover of an older song. And I saw this girl sitting at her table and she brightened right up and she grabbed her phone, right? And I'm like, oh, cool. This girl enjoys the song. That's great. She turned to us. She took about a 30-second video of the song and was like digging it. And then she obviously posted it to social media and then she put her phone down and continued talking to her friend. And which is like, when if you play around the bar scene, is not that uncommon. But what is relatively uncommon is the fact that even after the song was done, she just pretended like we weren't even there. There was no applause. There was no like turn to us like, yes, I love that song. Nothing. It was just like straight up for the likes and the shares on our own media, like social media. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, nobody even cares. It's all about the likes and the shares. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that line. So we went with it and we like I said, we kind of just wrote the song as a gentle reminder for people to stay present and to not just get consumed by their phones or their devices or by the fact that they're, like, it's some people are, and I'm just as guilty about looking at my phone more than I should, or hoping to get all these likes or hoping to get all these shares. It's the world we live in. But it's like a gentle reminder to just live in the moment. Also, like, if you enjoy something in the moment, just enjoy it in the moment also. Like, yeah, you can post it or whatever and hope you get a bunch of likes and shares, but like, don't forget to enjoy it in the moment that you're there. And I just feel like if you're not paying attention, you might be witnessing something that could be the next thing, or it could like something exceptional may happen outside the window if you're just being present instead of like stuck to your phone. So it's a gentle reminder, but I feel like it's kind of a protest song, and I get why it rubs people the wrong way. And we went back and forth about whether we wanted to release it, because is it too soon? Is it too much for people? And I don't want to come across like I wrote it because I don't have any technology or I'm not glued to my phone all the time because we are. But it's just a matter of like a gentle nudge to be aware, I guess.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think social media is a hot topic right now, especially um, with everybody being kind of stuck at home. It's like our only outlet to connect and to be with people. So we weren't sure if it was the right time to release it. But I don't think there ever really would have been a specific like right time for the song. Um, I think this was a good. I think it was a good time because it's a time where, like I said, everyone's kind of turning to their phones right now for comfort or for connection, which is fine. But there needs to be boundaries. There needs to be um, limitations, with that because it isn't as much as it is reality. It's not really reality. So there's just this constant battle of push and pull when it comes to social media, and we're always trying to balance ourselves because like Josh said, we have to be online. We have to be on
Present.
Facebook. We have to be present on all of those platforms as a band, as musicians, for people to find us and to be relevant and to be current
Try and
and
gain a big
to
following
gain
because it's where
followings.
everybody
Yeah.
is, right?
So we're constantly struggling with it to try and find a balance, and um, it's not easy to do. You get sucked into it, you get distracted, or you go down a hole of comments on something, and it can kind of take over your day,
Yeah. Or
um,
ruin your day.
or ruin your day,
Yeah.
or sometimes it can do the opposite. Like it's all in how you engage with it, and so really the song was just a nice way of saying, it doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah.
Let's all remember collectively that we can all live in the moment presently and kind of do both.
Technically it's not really nice. It's worded pretty strongly, but the melody is nice and it's very singable. So like you feel like it's like Anne Murray. I keep mentioning Anne Murray Lily, but it's like she's singing about terrible stuff, but it's very pretty. So we're kind of doing that with this one. Yeah, this is the first time we've done this on acoustic guitar, so let's make this happen. It's gonna be fun.
I just turned up like this is down all the way. I got this. This is the one of the first guitars that I ever played on. My mom bought this for me, and we put a pickup in it because it didn't have a pickup in it before. How long ago was that? Maybe a few years ago, a
Two
couple
or
years
three
ago.
years ago, yeah.
So there's this little dial. Sorry, you guys just saw me trying to mess up the sound, but there's this little dial on the inside of the hole right here. And I always forget which way's on and which way's off.
Because you barely play
So
it.
sometimes I'll be like, no, it's off, but it's on like all the way and
Full
super
blast.
loud. So I just wanted to make sure before we got going that I was in the right level.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where I was talking about with the song how a bunch of stuff changed. Like we like changed the key of the song, but then Katie still plays it in the original key chord progression, but the guitar is tuned down a half step.
Right.
So I guess yeah, we'll give you a little
We'll
insight.
play it and then we can talk about the arrangement and how we came up with this. But t- uh, typically, well, the last time I played it, Josh has all kinds of stuff in front of him usually. So he would start on the piano and play the key intro, and he would switch to electric guitar and he would sing, and he had like a stomp pad with his foot. So he had lots going on.
It was kind of ridiculous because we played Manitoulin. They were one of the first places like to have live music back, and it was the only gig on our Western tour that didn't cancel, and it was on our way back like through Ontario. So we went up to it, and we like pulled out all the guns. I'm like, screw it, set up this ridiculous amount of instruments in front of me because we hadn't played forever, and I'm like, let's just do it all. It's only for one show. We brought all this gear up. The van was just so packed with gear for this one show. But anyway, sorry, we're getting sidetracked. Let's play this song.
Okay, this is likes and shares. And then we'll chat about it more after.
Okay.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. It's How to write a hit anymore? Seems as though it's all been done before. The chords have all been used, the audience abused. Doesn't matter which station you choose. So I ask if you a favor today. Won't you lend me your ears? Perhaps you'll stay. Take a listen to where I think we all went wrong. Maybe I like my first hit song. I think we need to shut that book of face. Instantly, insta is erased. Tweet, tweet, your president's ransom gone. We can finally try to get along. But our population is addicted to the screen. Why don't you take a second to look up at me? Take a look around and see who's on their phones. Live in the moment before it's gone, cause you might be listening to the next hit song, but
And nobody, and nobody cares. It's all about the likes and the shares. Nobody, and nobody sees. I pass the edge of their screens. Nobody, and nobody cares. It's all about the likes and the shares.
nobody really cares. And nobody really sees. Nobody, nobody really cares.
Ooh, ooh. And nobody, nobody really cares. It's all about the likes and the shares, and nobody really sees. I pass the edge of the screens, and nobody really cares. It's all about the likes and the shares. Nobody cares. It's all about the likes and the shares. Nobody sees. I pass the edge of their screen. Nobody cares. It's all about the likes and the shares.
See what I mean? It's kind of harsh, but it's kind of pretty to listen to. Nobody cares. It's all about the likes and the shares.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's a brouch. But yeah, I don't know. That song was it was a very big process for us mentally and I guess physically with the cordage and everything. But mentally, it was we wrote this song and we knew it was going to rub people the wrong way, kind of. And so it was like, do we want to release this? Do we not release this? Do we kind of just like private release it to our main fan base without trying to push it? But we, in the end, we just decided, you know what, screw it. I think it's something that people need to look at and that we all do. Not again, like I want to reiterate, like I don't have this problem solved. I'm looking at my phone more than a lot of people, and we are all addicted to this likes and shares mentality, and it's just robbing us of the moment, and it's just we wanted to shine light on it so that we can at least address it and try and move forward being present. Like anybody watching right now, thanks for tuning in
Yeah,
and for
thanks
hanging out
guys
with
for
us.
watching.
Even though
And
you are technically on a device, you're in the moment watching this right now.
yeah,
So
so thanks for hanging out with us and for listening. if you guys like that song, if you want to check out, we did an official music video for it, and it's on our YouTube channel. And you can search YouTube likes and shares Fresh Breath, and it should come up. Um, our friend Steve Shilson directed the video, and
Stray Light
he's from
Films.
Stray Light Films, and that's like a film company out of Windsor, Ontario. And um, we originally had this plan for the video before pre-pandemic that we would do a big production with lots of extras. We would be in a actual theater style venue with a big stage,
Yeah.
and
Tons of extras all not watching us and
right,
staring at their
we were gonna
phones. This big production.
we had a kind of an idea, or Steve had an idea of the video, and we were just about to start, working on it in March, and that's when everything locked down. So we went to Steve and we said, we really want to release this video, or we want to release a song with a video. And so he totally completely flipped the script, or changed the screenplay, and we redid it all in a way that we could still portray the message, but with just
The
us,
three of
basically.
yeah, the
Yeah.
three of us, and we shot it on the
Yeah.
farm that we
So
live on, and
if you haven't seen that video, if you want to check it out, go to our YouTube page, and it's at the top. It's pinned at the top of the page. Likes and shares video, and if you watch it, you'll see us in the middle of a field and in a barn, and that's all at our property, at our home. We kind of did it all here because it
yeah,
just seemed easier. We didn't have to,
yeah.
be in public spaces or anything like that.
Steve came here, and we it was very easy to social distance on a 3-person set. And like there was no indoor shots really. The one indoor the shot was like in a barn where we could easily distance ourselves, and a lot of handheld old school camcorder stuff was shot by us in our van, and that was all Steve's idea too. So it came together really nicely. He did an excellent job. So another shout out to Steve Shilson at Stray Light Films for that. And yeah, and just still being able to be creative, especially when it was really locked down. Like that was near the beginning where it was just like nobody knew what we were doing, and but we all, especially creative types, were just like the only thing we know how to self-soothe is to write music and to create and to like make videos. And so yeah, that was a very fun project. And I think I don't even know if I've talked to him about this yet, but if he's watching, or if you see this, Steve, I think we're going to bring you on board if you have time for the Christmas video that we're releasing. And I'm going to regurgitate that whole Christmas song message again. We're doing if you're just tuning in, we are doing a Christmas song this holiday season, and it's a beer drinking, good time feeling, sing along song with some funny digs at family life and some of the struggles with Christmas time as well. I don't know if you know me very well. I'm not the hugest fan, but I do like the idea of getting together and hanging with family and having some fun. So that's kind of more about what the song's about. But yeah, probably not.
For the last 10 minutes of the session, I just figured I would pop on and see what people were saying here, and maybe see if you guys have a request, if you want to hear something specific, or um, if there's something you guys want to ask us.
Yeah, open the panel.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
I hope the sound was
I
decent.
hope that, yeah, we hope the
It's
sound
always a
was okay.
crapshoot.
We did a couple of tests before we started trying to dial it in. I don't know. We always have a hard time with this. It shouldn't be that hard, but it's just, I don't know. It's
There's
just
so many
weird.
different things. There's like the interface, and then the mixer, and then we have an older computer, and then so it's just like it's a
Yeah,
mess.
we do have, like, how old is this computer? I don't know.
I,
It's an iMac,
it's
but
10 years
it's
old,
probably
probably
10 years old already.
maybe 8.
Time just flies by so
It
fast.
really does. But a good thing is that pandemics do not last. From history, that they will tell us.
Do you promise?
And time flies. So before you know it, we're gonna be like, remember that time we all got locked up and all we had to do was just practice guitar and like
True.
write more lyrics, and it
True.
really hasn't been that bad as long as you've been able to stay healthy and keep a good mindset. I think we'll all be stronger because of this. So
Good point, Josh. Okay.
trying to keep it positive, folks.
Um, I don't see any requests or any questions. People are just kind of saying, "Good to see you." Um, Richard said, "Wow, loving the harmonies
Thank you.
and great messages, very positive." Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. And maybe we'll just. I have a request. I kind of want to play a song.
What would you like to
Would you
play?
like to do a hip song?
Oh, sure.
Want to do Grace too?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
See how it goes.
We're gonna do a cover. We've been playing this one for a while, and it's always one of our favorites. So we're gonna do a tragically hip song to play you out. Our session is done at 1. So thanks again for tuning in and for checking out our session with us. Said I'm fabulously rich. Come on, just let's go. She kinda bit her lip. Jeez, I don't know, but I can guarantee there'll be no knock on the door.
I can guarantee
I'm so don't go here.
knock at the door.
That's what I'm here for. I come from downtown. I'm born and ready for you. Armed with will and determination and grace too. Secret rules of engagement, yeah, are hard to endorse when the appearance of conflict meets the appearance of force. But I can guarantee there'll be no knock on the door.
I can guarantee
I'm gonna go here.
knock at the door.
That's what I'm here for. I come from downtown, born and ready for you, armed with skill, its frustration and grace too. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Hey Jude, 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 Jude. Oh, oh, yeah. Hey Jude. I am tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed our set and that you have a great Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully we inspired you to live in the moment a little bit, and we will remain mindful to do the same.
Yeah. So moving forward, if you're online or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, you can check us out. I don't know if you can see this sign back here, but it says find us at Fresh Breath
It's
Band.
probably backwards.
Yeah, it is, I think. So so if you look up our handle on any of our social platforms, it's always the same. It's Fresh Breath Band. So if you want to follow us on Instagram or on Facebook or Twitter, please do so. And we'll definitely check your page out as well. And also our YouTube, if you search Fresh Breath Band and likes and shares, that video will come up right away as well.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks again and enjoy your weekend.
Cheers, everybody.
Until next time. Bye bye.
Bye for now.